Welcome back to the lecture series of function of complex variable. So in the previous lecture actually I have discussed what is the complex line integration and how we can derive the complex line integration if a curve is given and an integral is given to us. So in this lecture actually I'll be going to discuss the different theorems which are related to the complex integration, and by using those theorems how we can evaluate the complex line integration. So the very important theorem that I am going to discuss first is Cauchy theorem. So before discussing the Cauchy theorem, I need to know some basic definition. One is so what is the connected domain? I have discussed what is the domain and what is the connected set, and what do you mean by the connected domain? I have discussed. So simply connected region or simply connected domain. So what does it mean? So closed contour. Contour means nothing but the closed curve. So any simple closed contour C contained in a domain D has its interior contained in D. So what does it mean actually? So actually the simple connected domain means, so whenever I am taking a domain, so domain means the region that is covered by some curve. So simply connected region, that is the region, that means this is the path, this is the curve. So by virtue of that curve this is covered. So whenever it is called as a simple connected domain means no holes are there in between that domain. So that is our domain actually. So this shaded portion, that is a domain, this shaded portion is a domain. So there is no hole in that domain, and the simple closed curve, there is a simple closed curve. So with by virtue of this is closed actually. By simple closed curve the region is covered. So and another property is that if we string this curve, that means from this end, from this end, from this end and from this end, if we string the curve, it will be coinciding at a particular point. Here also from this end and this end, if we try to string the curve, so this will be coinciding at a particular point. So because the region is there is no hole in between inside the region, that is called as a simple connected domain. And what is the multiply connected domain? The domain that is not the simple connected domain. That means if there is more than one or two holes inside that region, that is called as the multiply connected domain. That means if in that domain there are two holes actually. So that means this is a closed curve, by virtue of that it is covered. So it cannot be strung to a particular point, because if I consider any two ends, then if I want to coincide it, so that will be actually restricted by these two holes. So that cannot be coincide, so that cannot be strung to a particular point. So here also if this from this portion and this portion I want to strung this, so actually this will restrict us to do so, and from this portion to this portion if I want to do that, so it will restrict us to do so. That is called as the multiply connected domain. That means the domain or region is not fixed actually. The domain or region in between the domain or region there is some hole or some part that is divided the domain in different segments. So that is called as a multiply connected domain. That means the domain is connected, but it is connected in two parts or different parts. So then I'll discuss the Cauchy integral theorem or Cauchy theorem. The Cauchy theorem is very much important to evaluate different integrals whenever we will consider the complex integration. So what is the statement? So as for the statement of Cauchy's theorem, so the integrand fz that is given to us, that is an analytic function of z, and its derivative is continuous at each and every point in that inside that closed contour, inside and on that closed contour. That means whenever I am considering this closed contour, say for example this is a simply connected region, this is our closed contour, so this is the closed path. So by virtue of this is closed. So inside that closed path, so this is analytic at each and every point, and the derivative of dash z is defined inside and over the given curve. That means this is a simply connected region, and that is the path, path by which it is covered. So this curve is C actually, this curve is C, and that is the region. So if fz is analytic function of z and fz is continuous in that closed path C, that means in that C, then the line integration fz dz with respect to C will be 0. That means this is a simply connected region, inside that I am taking a closed curve. So along that curve and inside that curve fz is analytic and its derivative is continuous, then will be the line integral with respect to this path will be 0. So how to prove this? So fz equals to u plus iv. So f dash z we know, if we represent in terms of the partial derivative of x, so this can be represented del u del x plus I del v del x. If I use the Cauchy-Riemann equation, that is del v del x equals to del v del y and del u del y equals to minus del v del x. So in terms of that, if I convert it in the function of y, the partial derivative with respect to y, so del u del x can be represented by del v del y, and del v del x can be substituted by minus del u del y. So this will be this. So this should exist and this should be analytic. Such per the given condition, these two conditions are valid. So if f dash z exists, that indicates that the partial derivatives del u del x, del v del x, del u del y, del v del y all should be continuous and exist. all should exist. If they doesn't exist, if they do not exist, then f dash z will not exist. So if these conditions are satisfied, then what we will get? So we know the Green's theorem. So already we have discussed the fz dz with respect to the given curve C is u plus iv into dx plus idy. So if I separate the real and imaginary part, this will be u ds minus v dy plus I into v ds plus u dy with respect to the given curve. Now you know that you already have studied the Green's theorem in the multivariable calculus. So as per the Green's theorem, if there is a region, in that region the partial derivatives of u and v are continuous and exist, then this line integral can be converted to the double integration in that region, and that can be denoted by, so you know that p dx, the line integration of p dx plus q dy is nothing but the double integration with respect to the surface R, and this will be actually p dx plus q dy. So this will be del q del y minus del p del x into dx dy. So here that is our p, that is our q. So if dx is associated with q, so that will be minus dv, minus will be there. So v dy is there, so there will be del v del x. So minus is there, and minus of del u del y whole dx dy. All of you know the Green's theorem. So by if we use the Green's theorem here, I will get this, and plus I into, this will be converted to the double integration with respect to the surface R, and this will be del u del y, del u del x, because u dy is there. So that will be del u del x minus del v del y into dx dy. So since the function is analytic, so it will satisfy the Cauchy-Riemann equation. So del v del x is equals to del u del y. So this value will be 0, and this will also be 0 from Cauchy-Riemann equation since the function is given analytic inside and on this given curve C. So this value will be 0. So that's why if the function is analytic, so the value of the line integration with respect to the curve C will be 0. That is the Cauchy integral theorem. So the modified version of Cauchy theorem is Cauchy-Goursat theorem. So as per this Cauchy-Goursat theorem, so one conditions, so there are two conditions actually. The fz should be analytic as well as f dash z should be continuous at each and every point within and on the closed contour. So this second condition, that means f dash z is continuous at each and every point on and inside that closed contour C, is omitted here. So Goursat has proved this theorem in another way by neglecting the second condition. Then this theorem actually states us that let fz be analytic in a region R. So there we have considered the closed contour and on its boundary C. That means in that region R means this region R and its boundary C. Then the line integration C fz dz will be 0. So both these conditions are applied. So we can use actually Cauchy-Goursat theorem to solve different problems, because this is a modified form of Cauchy integral theorem. Then the reverse of the Cauchy theorem is Morera's theorem. So as per this theorem, so we know that if the function fz is analytic and f dash z is continuous, then we know that the line integration with respect to the given curve C will be 0. Now if we consider the reverse thing, that means the fz is continuous in a simply connected region R and the line integration is 0, then we can say that the function fz is analytic. So fz is an arbitrary function that is given to us, and we know that is continuous. The function is continuous in the simply connected region R, and it is given also that the value of the line integration with respect to the given curve C is 0. So what is the C? So C is the curve by virtue of which the region is bounded. Then conversely we can say that the function fz that is given to us, which is continuous in the simply connected region R and the integral is 0, will be analytic in R. So for the Cauchy's theorem, if the function is analytic and its derivative is continuous, then the line integration with respect to a given curve will be 0. And reversely, if fz is given to us that is continuous and we know the line integral that is 0, so we can say that the function fz will be analytic. That is called the Morera's theorem. So what are the significance of analyticity of a function? So already we have studied in the previous lecture what do we mean by the analytic function. So what are the consequences of analyticity or if the function is analytic? So analytic function means the derivative will exist at each and every point. So derivative will exist, that means this will satisfy the Cauchy-Riemann equation, and the partial derivatives of all order will exist, and that implies that if I take any arbitrary path where this is analytic, then the line integral will be 0. So that is the consequences of analyticity of a function. That means if the function is analytic, this will be cyclically changing. So if this happens, this will happen. If this happens, this will happen. If this happens, this will happen. So that means if I consider that the function is analytic in a particular curve, So if I change the curve, then also the value of the integral will be 0. That means the path independent. If it is given that the function is analytic within and on that closed curve, and if it is analytic, then we will satisfy the Cauchy-Riemann equation and all the partial derivatives will exist. And if this exists, then we can prove that. So all these things will be cyclically changed if I know that, or cyclically shifted if I know that the function is analytic. So then we'll consider the extension of Cauchy's theorem for a multiply connected domain. So already we have discussed this for a simply connected domain. So if the domain is given as the multiply connected domain, then what will be the extension of the Cauchy's theorem? So this is the multiply connected domain. That means one curve is C is here, another curve one curve C1 is here, another curve C is here. So in between C1 and C2 we are considering this region. So there is the multiply connected region because there are two curves by virtue of which it is connected, and this in that case there is more than one curve, C1, C2, C3. So by virtue of that we can consider that this region is multiply connected because we can shrunk this to a particular point because this holes will restrict us to do so. So that is called as a multiply connected region. So we are not going to discuss the detailed proof, but if fz is analytic in the region, multiply connected region, then line integration of C fz dz will be same as if I consider the path C1 and take the line integration fz dz. So that means this is the path independence. That means if I take C and C2 to another path whose directions are same and which are the parts of the multiply connected region, then the line integration with respect to C and C1 will be same. And if I take the n number of paths C1, C2, Cn by virtue of which the region R is bounded by the curve C, then the line integration with respect to curve C will be same as the sum of the line integration of the curve C1, C2, C3 and Cn. So here there is only one curve C1. So that's why this sum, the line integration with respect to C will be same as the line integration with respect to curve C1. But here inside C, n number of closed curves are there by virtue of this region is bounded. So then the line integration with respect to C will be same as the sum of the line integration with respect to C1, C2, C3, Cn. So that is actually the extension of Cauchy's theorem for multiply connected domain. So then one example you need to solve. So this function is given 1 by z square plus 16 dz. So fz is 1 by z square plus 16. Now we know that this will be differentiable at each and every point apart from z square plus 16 equals to 0. That means z is plus minus 4i. So apart from these 2 points, it will be differentiable at each and every point. So the curve is given at mod z equals to 1. So mod z equals to 1 means a circle whose center is at 0, 0 and radius is 1. So radius is 1 means you need to identify whether the points where the function is not analytic are within that given path or not. So if this is not within that, if this is not inside that given curve, so that means inside that given curve it will be analytic. So if it is analytic inside that given curve, then as per the Cauchy's theorem, I can say that the value of integral will be 0. Now if the points where the function is not analytic are inside that curve or over that curve, then I can't state anything by using the Cauchy's theorem. Then I need to study the Cauchy integral theorem that we will discuss later. So just we need to identify the points where it is not analytic and whether the points are inside that given curve or not. If it is not inside the given curve, then the value of the integral will be 0. So it is given for you to verify. So thank you all for watching this lecture. So in this lecture actually I have discussed what is the simply connected region, what is the multiply connected region, then Cauchy's theorem for the simply connected region, the modified version of Cauchy's theorem, that is Cauchy-Grasset theorem. Then I have discussed the Morera's theorem, that is the inverse of the Cauchy's theorem. Then I have discussed the extension of Cauchy's theorem for the multiply connected region. So in the next lecture I will be discussing the Cauchy integral theorem and related problems.